Hi everyone, this is Steve for the Skywatch Media News Channel with an update for August 7th, 2018. A perplexing and disturbing media report was recently released stating that a so-called mysterious meteor had penetrated Earth's atmosphere on or about July 25th, creating a tremendous explosion over a U.S. military Space Command Base that is located in Greenland. According to a Fox News report dated August 3rd, the space object slipped the early warning system that is located at the Thule Air Force Base in Greenland, and it remained unnoticed until the time of its explosion, which occurred 26 miles above the base. The detonation was so immense that it unleashed the energy equivalent of 2.1 kilotons, or more than 2,000 tons of TNT, sparking concerns that the military could have mistaken the explosion for a nuclear launch and detonation. However, reports indicate that the object originated from a small asteroid. The fascination about last month's incident is that the U.S. Air Force failed to report the occurrence. According to Business Insider, no reporting about any such event appears on the public news websites of the 12th Space Warning Squadron, which is based at Thule Air Base, the 21st Space Wing, or the Wing's 821st Air Base Group. Incredibly, the only news of this event came from two reliable sources on Twitter. One of the sources came from the account of Ron Balk, with the username Rocket Ron. He is associated with the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And the other source is Hans Christensen, the director of the Nuclear Information Project for the Federation of American Scientists. The first tweet regarding the meteor explosion came from Rocket Ron, posted on July 31st, stating that the explosion was estimated to be 2.1 kilotons. A day later, Hans Christensen retweeted the news, stating that the huge explosion occurred directly above the early warning missile radar, which is located at the Thule Air Base. The news was also corroborated through a report from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory located in California, which recorded a space object of unidentified size passing directly over Thule Air Base on July 25th. The object is said to have been traveling at 54,000 miles per hour, or roughly 15 miles per second. When looking at NASA's Near-Earth Object Database to determine the number of objects entering the Earth's atmosphere, the figures become quite telling. The data indicates that small asteroids struck Earth's atmosphere, resulting in what astronomers call a bolide, a fireball, or a bright meteor on 556 separate occasions in a 20-year period. That is a rate of one asteroid or bolide every 13 days over a 20-year study. You may recall the close encounter that occurred in Chelyabinsk, Russia in February of 2013, which struck the Earth's atmosphere at a shallow trajectory. Had the angle been a bit deeper, it would have hit the Earth with a more tremendous force. This was the largest meteor to hit Earth in the modern era, measuring more than 60 feet in diameter. The blast damaged over 7,000 buildings, and it injured 1,500 people. What was so worrisome about incoming objects in recent years is that there have been no public warnings. There were no satellites that were able to detect the Chelyabinsk bolide. In fact, the world was blindsided by its approach. The recent explosion over the Thule Air Base in Greenland would have been kept under wraps if not for social media. The media outlets haven't been exactly forthcoming about what actually took place over Greenland and why this incident wasn't made public until the military was forced to do so. The world has dodged another space object that just missed impacting the Earth. Had it been a different angle or another location, the outcome may have been much different. But far too many meteors and bolides are approaching under the radar, it is not surprising that the government chooses to remain silent on the threats from space. For reasons unknown to the average observer, northern Russia seems to be a prime target for big meteor strikes. The Chelyabinsk event of 2013 is fresh in our memories. But in the year 1908, a giant meteor disintegrated above Siberia, flattening 770 square miles of the taiga forest, which became known as the Tunguska event. The meteor left no visible crater, which suggests that it exploded directly above the region, thus creating a shock wave as it entered the atmosphere, with a force of 15 million tons of TNT, which is 7 times more powerful than the recent Greenland blast. The atmospheric explosion destroyed everything within the blast perimeter, and it was heard by the people for hundreds of miles in all directions. As we fast forward to 2018, more troubling signs are taking shape with the dangerously close approach of near-Earth asteroids, such as the one named 2018 CB, which passed between the Earth and the Moon in early February. It passed at a distance of 114,000 miles. Events such as this one are becoming more common, and some of these large space objects are not being detected until they have entered into our backyard. A bright daylight fireball was recorded over western Siberia during the late afternoon hours of August 4th, 2018. The event lasted for 20 seconds. It was recorded from several towns, and it was reported to have impacted a remote area. Much like the Greenland bolide, this object went undetected by authorities. Due to its entry angle, some locals thought that it was some type of space debris from a rocket. However, there were no planned re-entries that were scheduled for this particular date. The Siberian event came just hours after another long-lasting fireball has streaked across eastern Australia, leaving behind a trail. The event lasted for more than 8 seconds, and according to astronomers, it is believed to be an asteroid fragment roughly the size of a refrigerator. In the past month, the world has been witness to an incredible and unprecedented sky oracle, with the appearance of a long-lasting red lunar eclipse with the transitional planet Mars by its side, which was quickly followed by long-duration meteors and fireballs. Shortly, there will be another solar eclipse visible from northern and eastern Europe, from northern parts of North America, and from northern and western locations in Asia, making this the most watched solar eclipse of 2018. This eclipse comes nearly 1 year to the date of the Great American Eclipse of 2017, an event that holds great significance for this generation. As events continue to unfold on Earth and great changes become more apparent, remember to keep your eye to the sky, where all things shall be made known. Thanks for watching.